shit! You're a shit! You're all shit!
I wasn't calling you shit.
Don't call me anything! You user! You fraud!
Ah, shit.
The Oscar goes to Ang Lee for Brokeback Mountain.
Well, I wish I know how to quit you. And thanks to my wife, Jen, Lynn, and my boys, Han and Mason, I love you. On Brokeback, I feel you're with me every day. And I just did this movie after my father passed away. More than any other, I made this for him. And finally, to my mother and family and everybody in Taiwan, Hong Kong, China, 谢谢大家的关心. Thank you.
So we've just witnessed a glimpse of what an amazing career this fantastic director has had so far, and so I'm just gonna hold this. We'll just start from the very beginning. So I don't know whether you all know, but Anne started studying acting. So what made you decide to go to Taipei and study acting?
Well, I always felt the business chose me instead of I chose what I do. Anyway, that's the line pitched to my father, which made him all right to make me go. Because so he chose me, I have no choice. And I look innocent and sincere, and he sort of buy that grudgingly. Some of you come from Taiwan, you know the academic life is what we have before you go out of college or after you get a PhD in America. That's our lives. So through growing up, we have I didn't really have any artistic allowance. Watching movies is about the only thing I could reach that even close to art, even though most of what I see was the Chinese propaganda film, melodramatic film, martial art films, Hollywood movies. I wasn't really had a chance to get my hands in art in any forms. If I grew up in America, I probably won't be a filmmaker. I probably would do something else, and with much less repression. But it was. It's a hit by fate, I think. I flunked the college examination. That felt like the end of the world. I was so freaked out. It was math. I still have bad dreams about taking math exam. My head went blank out. I didn't know what to do. There was 80 minutes of exam. Some of you went through that. And for over an hour, I was just plain sweating. I was just sweating like this. I was immobilized. I was so scared. And then I have to have some place to hide out. So I won't be go into military service, because I flunked 2 years in a row, actually. So the third year, if you don't get into any kind of college, you go to the military service. So I just want to get into a school, and I got into Academy of Art. Back then, it wasn't anything fancy like today, or even legitimate. It's like kind of a disgrace. So that was kind of a hideout, so I can prepare the next year's college exam. But once I stood on stage, the first time I had this kind of spotlight hit on me, and that was like it. I know my life belongs to somewhere in the dark, not belong to somewhere, I don't know, it's somewhere out there that's more real for me than the life I live in. It's like a call I got, which is very similar. I shot that scene actually in Last Caution. That's I shot the stage scene, the propaganda stage scene where Tang Wei and Wang Lihong experienced exactly how I remember my first stage experience. And then my life just went to the other zone. Then I talked to my father. I don't want to take any college exam anymore. I think I think that's how I put it. I think stage chose me instead of I chose it. That's what I want to do. So he didn't push me anymore, but he still feel like someday I will change my mind, teach drama. And so I promised him one thing: I'll come to the American and get a degree. So that's like a negotiation. So if I change my mind in the future, I can go back to Taiwan and teach drama, be a professor.
So coming to America is also an escape?
For the time being, yeah. It's like, but I love to study theater. So that's not really like bending my will or against my father's will. It's like, I'm like a Zhongyong kind of person. Like I negotiate and get to the most proper way so everybody can accept. That's my character. That's kind of shown in my movie too. That's why they sell. So same story in life. Like my father, he's my high school principal. That's how bad it was. And one of the best high school in Taiwan, where Chen and all these people graduate from. They were his students. So that's like okay for both sides. So the rest is it's like a tug war. The time will prove that who is right or wrong. It took a long time before he blessed me to be okay. I think it's right before Brokeback Mountain.
Really?
Yeah, even I had won Oscar award. He's still like, when are you gonna find something like professional? To be more respectful. But gradually he's like chipping away. I think up till after the Hulk, I got his blessing. He said, "Oh, go ahead and make another movie." I said I was tired. I was thinking. He said, "Are you gonna teach?" I said, "No." I said, "Then you have to go to make a movie. Don't retire."
So after Sense and Sensibility, he didn't.
Yeah, he said, at this rate, maybe when you're 50, maybe you do get an Academy Award, then you can retire. You'll be satisfied, and you'll still like that. Maybe you can go teach. I sort of forgot, deviate away from your question. Why did I become an actor? I think it's that stage experience. It was like a call. That's more real to me. To this day, I still think movies is something I can trust more than life itself. That's the irony. In a way, that's why a lot of you like to watch movies. It's the reason I make movie. I feel I live a life behind that screen instead of here. I'm a spaced out person, a daydream kind of person, and extremely shy, actually. pretty dysfunction in life. And I have a hard time to find the real root, cultural root or whatever, or identity for a nation, for culture. I get very confused and not really know what to do. But seems like acting, when you pretend something, actually it's more real.
Yeah,
it's not just safe,
Yeah.
it's all right. Because you're not taking consequence from what you do.
Yeah,
Which is kind of the theme of Lost Caution.
yeah.
You can go totally express yourself. You can touch the real you by faking it.
That's
Well,
true.
that's the irony. You have some of that experience. Anyway, that's the thing I wanted to do when I was 17, 18. I found that's where I belong to.